Now let's do a snow scene. So this is a very simple snow scene. First I'm going to do the sky here, and very simple sky. So I've got this light red like this, might make it just a little bit bigger, and maybe here give it a bit of a stronger shot of red. So I can use my rag to get rid of too much pigment. There we go. And I'm just going to spray it, and then I'm going to do the top. So I'm using some of my paint that's already in my palette, being very economical. And we're going to do some darker clouds. Here we go. And that's darker than what I really wanted. So I'm going to wash my brush out, wipe it on the rag, and then I'm going to try and take up some of this paint and make it a little bit softer if possible. It's working, actually working too well. Okay, and then that was too light, and then here have a cloud. And that's enough. Spray it again. Then I'm going to do trees here. So I'm splaying the hairs. So there's one. And then another one here. So you've got to be careful not to make these two similar to one another, and the spacing needs to be irregular between them. And maybe one more here. And maybe just a little one joined to this. That's looking good. And now quickly I want to do the shadows. So this has to be a bit more watery. Oh, just a minute. I don't quite like that. There we go. So this has to be a bit more watery, but still purplish. There we go. I think that will do. And then have to get the angle right. So about this angle, because the sun is over here. And get the length of the shadows right. They're long shadows, long evening shadows, and also the angle begins to go more and more up towards the horizontal. So we want it to go slightly more and more up this shadow, if you can see that. So if we were doing a tree over here, the shadow would probably go straight down. And if the tree's here, the shadow would go this way. The tree's over here, the shadow would go this way. And the further the tree is over this way, the steeper the angle. Okay, you can see that I've used too watery a mix for the shadow, and so I've quickly got to get rid of that. I can do that by just quickly doing these again, but you can see my sky's dried a bit as well, so I'm going to have to spray quickly. So this is emergency mode. So I kind of lost those soft trees that I wanted because I didn't do my shadows quickly enough and I made them too watery. So that's a bit of a shame, but not such a big problem. I can spray over them again and it will soften them a little bit, hopefully. Yeah. Actually, that looks quite nice. Okay, and then we're going to have, this is going to be a hill, and so this is going to have a shadow down here. Now the trick is, that's too strong. It begins very, very light. And I'm going to have it at an angle. Maybe there might even be something like that. Some kind of dip in the snow. But as this comes down towards the bottom, it gets stronger. There we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Maybe make it even stronger. So I'm not sure if this is a good idea because I do want it to be fairly subtle and not too much, but I'm going to risk it. Okay, and there we go. I think that will do. Trying to blend that in. And then I'm going to spray this and then let it all dry. Yeah, looking quite nice. Maybe these are a bit too strong in tone and that makes them look closer than I wanted, but still, it's pretty nice.